She should have just let the psychopath play her Wii game. All right, guys, so we made it to the finale of season 1 of Paradise. What a ride. So we start off episode 8 with kind of a backstory of the people who actually built Paradise. And we're introduced to a team and a project manager of everyone who has like ground zero construction with Paradise. So by now, we know that this is the villain origin story of the project manager slash librarian in Paradise. So we see him with the team, and the team is talking about how they're going to spend their money and just all of these things. And we know that these people are probably not even going to be invited into Paradise, which is but it is heartbreaking. And why they call the African guy Wakanda? What was his name? Adam? I believe that the project manager and him built a relationship because he was kind of the one who was nice to him, but I believe he told him to call him Adam. And as we're going through, I'm like, is this like a platonic relationship, or are we led to just come to our own conclusion about their relationship? Maybe they were just friends. It could have been everything else. It's not really said in the episode. Some people think it was kind of more than a friendship. And then some people was like, no, they just genuinely grew a friendship. So project manager discovers some type of toxic material that is making his team sick. And of course he gives it to the engineer of Paradise. And of course he's like, is this going to affect people long term? And he's like, no, but it's going to affect them now. And he's like, girl, I don't care. So he fires project manager and basically leaving the team to get sick quicker, where they're not even going to be able to enjoy their money. We don't even know if the team even makes it to see what happens at the quote unquote end of the world. So that was just really, really sad. So after that, we see that project manager is the person who did the assassination attempt on Cal. And then, of course, it is revealed that he becomes the librarian and the person who eventually ends up killing Cal. But my thing is, why kill Cal? Like, does he think that because Cal is the president, that he was the person who's responsible for all of this, where it really is Sinatra? So, or why doesn't he go for the engineer, the person who designed Paradise? Like, why Cal? He just thinks that, I don't understand that. Like, I feel like before he got to Cal, he should have killed more people before that, because I just don't understand that. And we see he becomes one of those crazy conspiracy theory people that is all across YouTube and the internet. Y'all better start listening to some of them people. They might be right. Okay, quick side note. So what I would like to see in season 2 is the process of them selecting, I believe it was 25,000 people that was selected to go to Paradise. What did that process look like? What did it entail? What were the metrics that you had to meet in order to be considered? Because I'm like, do I possess a skill set where they'd be like, hey, yes, Cherie, you can come to Paradise? The only thing I'm really good at is napping. And I can organize really well and plan, but my superpower is napping. So do they need a professional napper in Paradise? Anyway, Robinson and the therapist lady figure it out, and they go down to the cafe to the cheese fry lady. And another side note, what is this cheese fries made of? Because they don't have animals down there, right? Like, what is the process? I have so many questions. Like, what are they actually eating? How are they getting their nutrients? Do they have like this fake farm like they had? And if you watch, what's the name of the show? Silo. Is it kind of a situation like that with artificial sunlight? Does that produce vegetables and fruits? Like, I have so many questions about that. But we see that cheese fry lady was kind of ended, and she was at the right place at the right time when the now project manager is about to become the librarian, and they kind of steal those poor innocent people's identities to sneak into paradise. So while Robinson is figuring that out, Xavier is down to the actual library, and he's figuring out all of the clues that Cal left behind for him. And my thing is, because we know Xavier to be someone who is aware of his surroundings, like he notices everything, he's really good at that. How you not gonna hear somebody creeping up behind you? Like, I feel like that's a plot hole. So after the librarian knocks Xavier out and he runs, what was his plan? Was his plan always to unalive himself? Like, why was he going to the top of the dome? Like, what was that his plan, or did he just make that up, that say, hey, I'm just going to unalive myself because I'm trapped? I'm unclear of that. And then Xavier gets back to Sinatra's room, and I'm like, Xavier, shoot Sinatra. But then, so Sinatra tells him that basically his daughter is dead because she thinks that Jane's crazy self, because let me just back up. Sinatra and Jane have a conversation, and Jane says that she's going to take care of the daughter. She asks for a we. The we game is very important to Jane. And Sinatra's like, girl, what? Bye. I ain't got time for this. It's always the little things. The little things matter. So Jane is like, girl, okay, I'm the biggest gun down here. You don't know I'm crazy. So you don't really know who you're dealing with, okay? So we see that Jane comes in kind of in this, like she saved Xavier's daughter. She ends up shooting Sinatra in the throat, which I'm like, how did she survive that? That doesn't make sense that she survived that. I don't like that part. Like that should have killed her. Jane tells her, should have just gave me my Wii. Like, I just wanted my Wii. That's all I wanted. I just wanted my Wii. And now you got throat issues. Another thing that I believe is maybe potentially a plot hole is why didn't Xavier question that Jane had a gun, and like, where did she get it from? So if I'm missing something, can someone let me know in the comments below? But I feel like Xavier should have noticed that, like, eventually, like, hey, Jane has a gun. So at the end, we see that Xavier is getting on this plane and he is attempting to go find his wife. Low key, I thought that Jane was going to show up on the plane to do some stuff, but Jane is a freaking psychopath. She just playing her Wii. That's all she wanted. She just playing her Wii, and now she's happy. So at the end, we found out who killed Cal. Sinatra is shot, but still alive. Cal's son, is he going to become like some type of activist now? I don't know. So I feel like season 2, of course, we're going to see the outside of paradise, of what's left of the world, and the adventure that Xavier goes on to find his wife. We need more background information on the characters in paradise. Like, and I think I read somewhere that the creator of the show, what's his name? Is it Dan? Yes, it's Dan, I believe. He said that this show is only going to run for 3 seasons, but I feel like it could do potentially 4, maybe 5, if we do some deeper dives into the other people that are part of paradise and how they got there. So I think and I don't want it to run long where it becomes ridiculous, because that could potentially happen as well. But I do want to explore other characters in paradise. So yeah, that was the season finale of Paradise, season 1. What did you think? Overall, I think, of course, episode 7 was better. I think people was waiting for something even bigger in the finale, but I enjoyed it. It wasn't like this big, like, episode 7 was a lot. And so coming off the heels of that, it was just, but yeah, overall the season was excellent, chef's kiss, and I can't wait to see what happens in season 2, which hopefully will come out later this year. Maybe, hopefully we don't have to wait 5 years like we're doing for Stranger Things or Severance, which if you're watching Severance, it kind of sucks this season. It's becoming wild. Like the first season, we was like, okay, we understood, but this season 2 is just weird. And like, what are we even watching at this point? So anyway, let me know your thoughts on season 1 of Paradise. And I don't know which show I'm going to be reviewing next. I gotta think of something. I'm gonna do the review for the Traitors finale after this. But yeah, we need some new shows to review. So yeah, let me know some suggestions, if I can say that word correctly, in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.